This is a very important but very difficult European Council that we'll have on Thursday and Friday. But one thing is absolutely certain. There are 26 member states strongly convinced that we need to support Ukraine with more financial support, with military equipment, and also by making one step in direction of the enlargement. And you are right that Viktor Orban has expressed some reluctances through a letter sent to me, and it's a public letter, and we are working very hard, day and night, to find some solutions and to make some decisions. Is it easy? No, this is not easy, but this is, in my opinion, possible. It is possible to make a decision on the 50 billion euros financial support for Ukraine. It is possible to make decisions on more military support for Ukraine, and this is our duty to make sure that we protect the interest of the European Union by supporting Ukraine.
You said in your first response that the EU 26 members are actually united in their desire to get this package through and to continue supporting Ukraine. Hungary continues to be a thorn in your side. You're optimistic that you may get to a solution. If you don't get to a solution, how likely is it that Plan B does go ahead and that it is agreed upon only by 26 member states?
Look, on the financial package, I'm absolutely confident and optimistic that this is possible to make a decision. Why? Because we need to agree not only on the financing for Ukraine, but this is in fact a broader financial package that we need to agree. This is what we call the review of the European budget, and it is important, for instance, to make more money available for addressing migration or for addressing some other challenges for the European Union. This is one important element, including for more support for the Western Balkan countries, which is a priority for Viktor Orban and for Hungary, one element. On the enlargement and the idea that we should start the negotiation stalled with Ukraine, this is something a bit different because we need indeed unanimity, and here we are trying to find some innovative options and solutions to make sure that we can send a very clear positive signal to the Ukrainians. They belong to the European Union's family. They made the choice to apply to become a candidate country, and it's our responsibility to help them to join the EU, and I sincerely hope that we can make a decision. But here, you're absolutely right. This is not a secret that Hungary has expressed reluctances, and we are working with Hungary and with the 26 other countries to make a united decision.
President Michel, it's Sylvia joining on the conversation. I want to focus very clearly on the money that is meant to go to Ukraine, because we know that there's other cash on the table for the whole MFF, really. But when looking at support for Ukraine itself, you've mentioned that we could see the 26 heads of state approving this help. But are you worried that that is not going to look good for the EU and ultimately that the bloc is not united when it comes to supporting Ukraine?
Look, we are extremely united on Ukraine, and I think that we have taken the world by surprise, and maybe we've taken ourselves by surprise since day one, following this full-scale invasion by Russia. We made in the European Council very clear decisions of strong and sustainable support for Ukraine, and 26 countries. This is a very bold majority within the European Council. I can imagine that in the United States, for instance, they can be a bit jealous because this is a broad majority, 26 on 27. Point one. And point two, the question of the European budget, it is always difficult because when we are talking about money, we are talking about financial solidarity. There are various interests, various priorities around the table of the European Council. But we have been working very hard with all the delegations, including with Hungary, the recent weeks and the recent days. We will continue to work very hard. And I think that everything is on the table. And I think that it should be possible. It must be possible. This is also our political duty to make a decision on the financial aspects for Ukraine, for sure, for Ukraine, also for the Western Balkans, to clarify what money we can put on the table to invest with the Western Balkans partners. Is their interest is also our interest, and to make sure that in the 3 or 4 years to come, there is sufficient clarity on the financial tools the European Union has in its hands to address the global challenges for the benefit and for the interests of the European Union citizens.